bridges. Normally, I build a bridge, say, across a river. So let's suppose that this blue area here is a river. And what would it mean to build a bridge across this river? Well, I'd probably put a pylon on either side, on either of the two banks, and then I'd build the bridge across those two pylons. Here's a diagram. Right? I've got the earth, I've got the river, here are the two banks of the river, and then I can build a bridge that goes from one bank to the other, but it's attached to both banks. But I want to think about a one-sided bridge. Instead of being connected to both banks, I just want to be connected to one of the banks. Sure, so instead of building a bridge that's attached to both banks, I want to build a bridge that's just attached to one bank, and then I want to know how long can I make this bridge before it collapses. Well, I mean, look, if you allow me to build the bridge from some super strong metal like unobtainium, well, no problem, right? I mean, I'll just build a really, really long bridge. It's going to be no limit to how long that bridge could be. But that's not really what I mean, right? What I'm really going to ask you to do is to build the bridge out of these blocks, right? So you're allowed just to stack blocks on top of each other. And I want the thing to be stable. I don't want it to fall over. And I want to know, if you just start stacking blocks, how long of an overhang can you get, right? What's the maximum possible overhang that you can achieve if I give you n blocks? I could try to get started just with some of these foam blocks. I could try to build a stack of these blocks and see how far I can get these blocks to overhang before they fall over. Why did my block tower just fall over? Well, the issue has to do with center of mass. My block tower is going to fall over if the center of mass isn't supported. So what I mean by that is that if the center of mass of the first block isn't supported by the second block, then that first block will fall off. If the center of mass of just the first two blocks together, which is maybe over here somewhere, isn't supported, if it isn't above the third block, then those two blocks are going to fall. My tower is going to collapse. So that's the issue. I want to build a really tall tower of blocks with a really long overhang, and yet I want it to be stable. Of course, the easiest way to make it stable is just to make my block tower perfectly vertical, but then I don't have any overhang at all. So these two forces are really working against each other, right? My desire to have a really long overhang is really playing against my desire to have my block tower not collapse. Well, let me propose a specific configuration.
So now you're gonna have to figure out what's happening. And let's see.
Built one of these harmonic towers, and you can see that I've got a pretty significant amount of overhang here. I'll rotate it a little bit. And I've got this river here. Anyway, I could make the overhang as long as I'd like, as long as I'm willing to use more slabs.
Okay, so how is this possible? What does this have to, why is this person calling it the harmonic one-sided bridge to nowhere? Explain this to me. I didn't show you the middle part of this video. So you have to figure it out by yourself and then explain it to me. I'd really like to know how to build this sort of a bridge. Good luck.